The choice of seat for KilKoVid initiatives has been a hands-down decision, Quezon City. Not only because it was the biggest and most populated city in the metro, but also because the leadership in this LGU stands out. Recently, she was chosen as one of the top 10 outstanding mayors of the Philippines by the Gawad Filipino Awards. She was also awarded as one of People Asia's Women of Style and Substance, the Mother's Heart Heritage Award as Outstanding Woman in Local Legislation, and Service to Women and Children by the Women's Federation for World Peace, among many others. When she was the Vice Mayor, the DILG conferred upon the Quezon City Council the Local Legislative Award for Best Sangguniang Panglungsod in the Philippines for 2 terms. Aside from being the local chief executive of Quezon City, she is currently the Executive Vice President of the League of Cities of the Philippines. Ang isa sa kanyang malaking pagsubok na hinaharap ay ang pamumuno sa lungsod ng Quezon mula sa panganib na dulot ng COVID-19. And the numbers are showing she and her team are winning this. Mga kababayan, here to inspire us with her welcome remarks and a COVID update dito po sa Quezon City, a warm welcome to our very hardworking Mayor, Mayor Joy Belmonte.
Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado. Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado. Mas maiging lang tayo'y nasa bahay upang ligtas ang ating buhay para sa ating buong pamilya, para kay nanay, tatay, ate at kuya, mga kabarangay, kaanak o kapitbahay. Tayo'y sumunod sa batas upang sa sakit ay makaiwas. Magsuot ng face mask, lumayo ng 2 metro sa taong ko'y kailangan. Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado. Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado.
Kongreso. Dahil para sa kanya, walang politika, trabaho lang. Kaya sinasabi ko sa kanya kanina, yung recovery plan na ipinisanta niya nung siya ay sa Congress, yan ang inampun namin na framework nung ginagawa namin, binabalangkas namin yung recovery plan ng Lungsod Quezon. Kaya taus-puso akong nagpapasalamat sa kanyang presensya ang ating pong mahal na Congresswoman ng Lone District of Marikina, Congresswoman Stella Quimbo. Isang pagbati rin po sa ama ng DILG dito sa Lungsod Quezon, sapagkat nung tayo po ay nag-clearing operation, siya ang gumagabay sa atin, nagbibigay sa atin ng abiso, ng giya, at lagi niya akong tinatawagan kasi nag-aalala siya lagi sa akin dito sa Quezon City. At sa kanyang tulong at suporta, naalala ko sa clearing operations ng Quezon City, natamo natin ang grade na 90%, bagamat tayo ang pinakamalaking lungsod sa buong Metro Manila. At natutuwa ako na siya ang pinadala ni Secretary Anyo upang maging kinatawan ng DILG sa araw na ito. Palapakan po natin si Undersecretary Bernardo Florece Jr. Kasama rin po natin si former Undersecretary Eliseo Rio na nakasama ko nung nagkaroon po tayo ng isang munting pagtitipon-tipon sa QCX patungkol sa ating mga pangarap na maging digital city, automated city ang Lungsod Quezon. Kaya naman nung binanggit sa akin, nakasama ka sa ating pagpupulong at sa ating pong alyansa, ay laki ang aking tuwa kasi isa ka rin sa mga taong tingin ko trabaho lang talaga. Kaya isang malaking karangalan po sa atin na makasama po si USec dito sa ating pagpupulong. Sir, magandang hapon po. At siyempre, naandito ang ang idol nating lahat, si Dr. Tony Leachon. Thank you for all of the advice that you've been giving us. Dahil sa tulong at suporta niyo, sir, ay pagtatagumpayan na rin natin ang COVID situation dito sa Quezon City. Maraming salamat sa iyong tulong at suporta, sir. At sa lahat po ng mga members ng ng KilKoVid Alliance, nandito rin ang kumare ko, si Gancayco, ang pinakamagandang abogada sa balat ng lupa. Ayan. Thank you so much for your initiatives and for your love for Quezon City. A pleasant good afternoon to all of you, our colleagues in this long, drawn-out battle against an enemy we cannot see. Glad to see our KilKoVid community partners and our honorable councilors, sectoral representatives, and barangay leaders. The battle is far from over. That is why we are gathered here today to discuss how we can further mitigate the effects of the pandemic and safeguard the health of the public. How I wish I can simply declare, kill COVID, and in a matter of minutes or days, it is gone for good. But it has been 222 days since we placed parts of the country under quarantine, and we are still hoping to go back to our normal lives. Our people are already suffering from quarantine fatigue. Our frontliners are weary. That is why I am pleased to welcome all of you today. Like a soldier emboldened by the arrival of reinforcements, as we close ranks and discuss measures on how we can overcome this monster of a challenge and revive our struggling economy. The numbers say we are winning, inch by inch. What we need is to sustain our small and big victories until we can finally defeat this virus. Allow me then to give credit to our frontliners in Quezon City for their relentless efforts. Quezon City has achieved a new high in recovery rate among its COVID-19 patients. As of October 21, yesterday, the city posted a 91% recovery rate with only 6% active cases. Our number of recoveries until yesterday stood at 19,840 out of the total cases of 21,843. We are still treating 1,387 patients, or 6% of our cases. Unfortunately, 606, or 3% of our total cases, did not make it. Our recovery rate was only 81% as of September 30, so we've gone a long way since September 30. This is a testament to the hard work and sacrifice of all our frontliners, most especially our medical workers who are putting their lives on the line to win this most important battle. But I would also like to acknowledge, of course, the contribution of our barangay officials and our barangay staff. And here they are notably represented by our Liga ng mga Barangay President, Freddy Rojas. Let's give him a warm round of applause. And of course, our BCRD Chief, Ricky Corpuz. Our record high recovery rate happened days after the city tallied its lowest reproduction number in 6 weeks at 0.67 R0 on October 7 to 13. We are inching our way to the ideal number of 0.5 set by the World Health Organization, or WHO. These figures indicate a positive sign for opening up the economy further, which will help produce jobs and livelihood opportunities for many Q citizens. So now we are gearing up our trace, test, isolate, treat approach against the virus. And we need your support as well as the full cooperation of Q citizens to improve the city's high recovery rate. Nationwide, the numbers are promising, but we can't relax and we can't let our guard down. No, not yet. What we should anticipate is a surge in cases that could threaten our health systems now that we are slowly relaxing our quarantine guidelines. The public can't be lulled into feeling safe. We need to push harder, and I am confident to continue facing this challenge because you are all with me. We are in this for the long haul until we achieve total and complete victory. I'm with you, and together, let us go for the kill. Let us kill COVID. Bago po ako magtapos, nais ko lamang pong magpasalamat sa KilKoVid Alliance. Thank you so much for all of the members of the private sector who have decided to join forces with the Quezon City government. Really, this is a battle that necessitates that all hands be on deck. And just last week, We have registered such good gains, but we have also been told that because of the opening up of the economy that is necessary for us to revive our ailing nation, we have had to relax many of the restrictions that have led to us gaining good ground on this battle. So, curfew ngayon ay 12 o'clock na. Dati 10 o'clock, pinaglaban ko po yung 10 o'clock, pero majority po talaga 12 o'clock. No? Yung edad, 15 years old to 65 years old, pero sa Metro Manila, at least 18 naman po ang ipinayag sa atin ng IATF because natatakot po kami sa 15 years old. Masyado pong marami. Alam naman po natin ang daming tao sa Metro Manila. Kung biglang lahat ng 15 to 21 ay pinayagan ng lumabas, ang dami-dami ng taong lalabas at baka lahat yan ay mahawa. Hindi natin mapoprotektahan lahat. Bukod dito, halos lahat na ng mga industriya bukas na. Maliban na lang sa mga museums, libraries, yung mga non-economic establishments. And because of this, our gains are being threatened or will be threatened. No? So, siguro ang hingi ko sa lahat ng mga naandito ngayon, kailangan continuous lang talaga ang vigilance natin. Kailangan double time pa sa enforcement. Kailangan siguraduhin natin na lahat ng ating pong mga kasama sa barangay at mga community members ay lalong gumagamit pa ng mask, ng face shields, at mag-practice ng minimum health standards. Hindi po biro ito. We cannot afford another surge like the surge that we experienced last August. Our health facilities will really be threatened if we allow this COVID-19 virus to continue to affect us, no? Given the opening of the economy. So all the more, I encourage everyone to join hands and continue to fight this battle together. So let us prove to everyone that here in Quezon City, and of course in Metro Manila, kasi kasama natin si Congresswoman Stella, kaya naman natin i-revive ang economy, di ba? Kaya natin manalo laban sa virus na ito. Hindi naman po mutually exclusive ang dalawang mahalagang elementong ito. We can do both. We can fight COVID and we can open the economy, but what we need are disciplined people. Disiplinadong mga tao na talagang nakikipagtulungan sa isa't isa. Kailangan natin ng mga leaders na responsable at higit sa lahat, kailangan natin na makipagtulungan sa lahat ng sektor ng ating pong lipunan. So, sa ngalan ng Lungsod Quezon, isang mainit na pagbate sa KilKoVid Alliance. At marami pong salamat sa inorganisa nating convention sa araw na ito para sa lahat po ng stakeholders ng Lungsod Quezon at iba pa. God bless us all and let's pray for a successful day ahead of us. Marami pong salamat sa inyong lahat.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
I was supposed to deliver a short update on the COVID situation in Quezon City. But you know, I really wanted to give the honors to somebody who really helped us with this battle because he is celebrating his birthday today. Ayan. Kaya, siya po talaga ang frontliner of all frontliners dito sa Lungsod Quezon. Siya po ang namumuno sa aming City Epidemiology and Surveillance Unit o CESU. At siya lang po hindi nagka-COVID sa aming lahat. Given na siya yung nasa kalagitnaan ng laban na ito. Kaya atin pong mainit na bigyan ng palakpak, salubungin ng palakpak ang ating pong birthday boy, ang ating pong head ng CESU, walang iba kundi si Dr. Rolly Cruz.
Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado. Maghugas ng kamay, magsuot ng face mask, mas ligtas, mas sigurado, mas protektado. Mas maigi. Nang tayo'y nasa bahay upang ligtas ang ating buhay para sa ating buong pamilya.
It's my 30th birthday. So let me present this in behalf of our mayor and in behalf of Team QC. So we are on our 7th month since the start of the quarantine period. It has been both a learning process and a challenge for all of us in Quezon City. However, the work is not yet over, but suffice to say that much has already been accomplished by Team QC. Together, we are our brave and hard-working colleagues at the barangay level. And we are proud to present to you our achievement thus far. In a city of over 3.1 million people, the numbers are based on our city's verified data, are encouraging and are a testament to the work of city government in keeping the numbers of active cases at a manageable level. Our latest data from our City Epidemiology and Disease Surveillance Unit reports that QC has a total of 21,843 COVID-19 cases, while our active cases is now at 1,387 or at 6% as of October 22. Being the city with the biggest population and biggest land in Metro Manila, it has been a tremendous challenge for all of us to keep our numbers very low. Next slide, please. The figure shows that from the Department of Health and the City Epidemiology Unit reports as of October 20, it reflects consecutive decrease of our daily cases from September 20 to October 17. As you can see, backslide please. As we had reported as high as 300 cases in the middle of September, now it's down to a little over 100 cases, daily cases, as of October 20. Next slide, please. The Quezon City's doubling time is at 116 days. No? This is the time that it takes for the number of cases to double in value. This means that the lower the doubling time, the faster cases are increasing in the area. Next slide, please. Shortly after at the beginning of the pandemic, the city ranked third in the National Capital Region in number of COVID cases per capita. Now, through the collective effort and hard work of the city, it has improved to number 14 out of the 17 NCR in the NCR LGUs in cases per capita. Next slide, please. I'm glad to inform everyone, based on the UP Octa Research Group as of October 20, our reproduction number is now at 0.69, while our positivity rate is now at 8%. These data are lower compared to the whole National Capital Region and in our entire country. Following the framework of the IATF and the NTF, allow me to present to you the following. First, for the prevention, amongst of the many initiatives of Quezon City, allow me to highlight our efforts to inform and educate our people through the many IAC materials distributed particularly for our hashtag Wear a Mask campaign. I think we are the first city who was able to do this, no? Our campaign to wear masks. Secondly, as of April, we already saw that wearing a face mask was going to be a determining factor. Should we tip the scales of battle against COVID towards our favor? To date, our departments have already distributed more than 793,000 face masks and face shields. A majority of this is in the places of usual convergence like public markets, talipapa. This includes our senior citizens in our barangay. Thirdly, we have arrested 24,321 individuals for violations of our quarantine protocols, and our people will continue to do so. Next slide, please. For detection, we would like to focus on the contact tracers. No? Currently, we already have 903, almost split in half between those working out of our city hall and those at the barangay level. As we all know, contact tracers are very critical in this battle against COVID. That is why we are always adding to their numbers and boosting their capabilities. Establishment of community-based testing sites, one in every district. No? Through these sites, we've made testing accessible to all possible patients. We also increase our testing capacity by developing 2 mobile community testing units, ensuring that even residents in the farthest barangay and the smallest streets will also be will also be tested. As of October 21, we have conducted more than 65,000 RT-PCR tests in our city. Our molecular laboratory, which recently passed its proficiency test, is a long-term investment that can improve our health department when it comes to infectious diseases. The BioRad machine that can accommodate 500 to 1,000 RT-PCR tests per day is a welcoming development in our city. For the past months, our partner laboratories have been processing most of our samples, but now we can handle our tests and process it. The laboratories will be freed up and can now provide support to other cities. Our testing capacity reached almost 4,000 per day. We have implemented, next slide please. We have implemented 68 special concern lockdown. Back slide please. We have implemented 68 special concern lockdowns. I think this is one of our best practices. This is to have a high concentration of cases. For 2 weeks, they are placed under strict quarantine, provided with food packs, and conducted massive testing in that special concern areas. We were one of the first LGUs to set up quarantine facilities. We established 4 Hope Community Caring Facilities as of this month. A total of 2,284 beds dedicated for suspected, probable, and confirmed COVID-19 patients. I think we are the first local government who also provide a quarantine facility for suspect and probable cases. Almost 80% are just about split evenly between our Hope Community quarantine facilities and our Barangay quarantine facilities. And I would like to commend our barangay captains for having initiative to establish their own quarantine facility and isolation facilities, since this greatly helped in convincing our patients to have themselves quarantined and isolated. The remaining 20% of the facilities available to us, we would like to thank to the national government, for particularly the Department of Public Works and Highway. Next slide, please. To summarize how we've been fared over the last several months since the start of our quarantine during ECQ, and how has increased the daily testing capacity by 632% from around 95 tests per day now to 600 tests per day. In terms of the quarantine and isolation bed, we have increased our number of beds from just 49 during the ECQ, and now it has more than 2,000 or 46 times in number. In terms of contact tracing, from 6 teams to 3 that compose of 3 each, now collectively we have 903, or an increase of 56 times over several months. Meanwhile, to ensure that our hospitals are equipped and capable to address, we have procured new medical equipment such as X-rays, medical ventilators, mechanical beds, and the like, and even set up new dialysis center for COVID-19 patients in Quezon City General Hospital. I think this is one of the most stressful referrals during the height of the pandemic, when dialysis patient who has tested positive to COVID, there are no facilities are caring for them at that time. Now we have Quezon City General for COVID positive patients who are on dialysis. Medicine supplies in all hospitals and health centers are also properly monitored and managed. In terms of number of hospital beds dedicated to the fight against COVID, our 3 local government-run hospitals has dedicated almost 48% of their hospital beds for suspected and probable and confirmed COVID-19 patients. This is higher from the DOH required of 30% bed allocation for hospitals. As of October 21, Quezon City General has an occupied 101 beds, or 41% occupancy rate. Our Novaliches District Hospital has occupied 22 beds or 42% occupancy rate, and our Rosario Maclang Bautista General Hospital has 14 occupied beds or 48% occupancy rate. In terms of manpower dedicated to COVID-19, there are 1,213 health workers in 6 districts. This excludes the number of contact tracers. Another thing that we are excited about Quezon City is our digitization of our efforts to fight COVID. In partnership with the Department of Health, we launched telemedicine system. These patients who are undergoing home quarantine or are admitted in the city's Hope community caring facilities can consult their doctors remotely. We likewise have our AI initiative with the Philippine Medical Association, the Quezon City Medical Society, and along with our Quezon City Health Department called KilKoVid. As of today, we have enrolled 150 COVID-19 patients from 4 Hope facilities and 14 health centers to the KilKoVid. A total of 25,776 were now enrolled as of yesterday. Through these efforts, we seek to strengthen the link between the patient and health worker, realizing that the physical connections are limited during the pandemic. For reintegration, we would like to commend our beloved city councilors for our immediate passing of legislation of anti-discrimination ordinance for the medical frontliners and the COVID-19 recovery plan. As part of the COVID-19 recovery plan and in consonance to the Quezon City Road Safety Code, Quezon City government provides bike lanes covering 93 kilometers of major roads of Quezon City. Initial project implementation is expected to start this month along Quezon Avenue, Elliptical Road, and Commonwealth Avenue. The city's stimulus package reached to 700 million. Assistance to small and micro business and employees. To ensure food availability and to sustain production amidst the threat of COVID-19, the Joy of Urban Farming project intensified the promotion of urban farming through the distribution of free vegetable seeds and seedlings and planting materials to every individuals, community, barangay, school, religious sectors of all over Quezon City. We already distributed more than 36,000 starter kits from April to September 2020. Urban farming receives food security, limit population densification, utilizes idle land, and provides alternative source of livelihood. The city also partnered with the private sectors in helping our constituents get through the difficult times during the pandemic. These are some of the private companies and organizations who help us, the city, benefiting more than 1,000 of our public transport and generate jobs to our citizens. Much gratitude extended to them. We also would like to acknowledge the invaluable support of our donors to the Quezon City government, namely the Philippine Chamber of Commerce or the PCCI, ABS-CBN, Toyota Quezon Avenue, Ateneo, Rebisco, Ayala Land Incorporation, Sutsi Foundation, LG Philippines, San Miguel Corporation, Mega Fishing Corporation, Federation of the Filipino-Chinese Chamber, Lateco, Pure Foods Corporation, Monlad Fortune, Bimbi Enterprises, Philippine Star, Gokongwei Foundation, Pure Gold, Universal Robina Corporation, and the Buffalo Wings. In closing, we have just briefly shared is only a snapshot of our efforts in Quezon City government in the fight against COVID-19. We wish to thank all the departments and employees to have helped make these programs a reality We would like to thank all barangays and our various national government that are actively taking part in fighting against the pandemic here in our city. Finally, we wish to thank all the citizens of Quezon City, especially those who are cooperating with the government and following our directives insofar as the minimum health standards, wearing of face masks and face shields, and other health protocols. Together, we will defeat this pandemic, basta sama-sama po tayong lahat dito. Maraming salamat po at mabuhay na ang ating lungsod Quezon. Thank you.
Thank you. Maraming salamat po, Doc. Happy birthday. Okay, 30 years old po talaga. Ah. Sige po. Maraming salamat po sa inyong update. Very good news po ang ating narinig. At nakita naman po natin na napakalaking improvement po when it comes to the number of COVID cases. Tayo po ay nagkaroon ng significant reduction at dahil na rin po yan sa kasipagan po ng ating mayor at ng mga councilors at mga barangay captains, lahat po ng mga officials dito po sa Quezon City. Maraming salamat po, Mayor Joy. Dasal po namin ang iyong patuloy na tagumpay sa inyong mga projects at pamumuno bilang mayor ng Quezon City. We are truly happy to be partnering with you in KilKoVid. Mabuhay po kayo at lahat po ng ating mga kababayan dito po sa Quezon City. Palakpakan po natin si Mayor Joy.